Bitter criticism, reading some, I don't know, I guess it's time for be happy, but despite I didn't read, I guess I read it all, yeah. No, I guess today I didn't read, the genocide dossier, I guess. But for me, it's time to be happy. Time for not time for not time for losers. just China. Yeah, President Xi, China backs Pacific nations to tackle climate change. Not so interesting, but I guess I'm going to read because it's just 2 minutes. China, November 26, 2024. President Xi, China prioritizes empowering Pacific Island countries to tackle climate change. Updated November 26, 2024, which is today, I guess. Yeah. Can you imagine a news from yesterday on Cgtn? Because there's no workers in China. Chinese President Xi Jinping met with Samoan Prime Minister Fiame Naomi Mataafa in Beijing on Thursday, saying China is willing to make empowering Pacific Island countries to tackle climate change a priority in its cooperation with these countries. China will work with Pacific Island countries to promote the full and effective implementation of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and its Paris Agreement, honor the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities, uphold fairness, justice, and the common interest of the global South, and build a community with a shared future for mankind, she told Mataafa. Noting that Samoa was among the first Pacific Island countries to establish diplomatic ties with the People's Republic of China nearly 5 decades ago, she said the two countries have maintained traditional friendship, mutual respect, equal treatment, and win-win cooperation. He said China supports Samoa in safeguarding its sovereignty and independence and exploring a development path suited to its national conditions. China will continue to assist Samoa in its economic and social development and tap the potential of the economy, trade, investment, agriculture, and fisheries to achieve common development, she said. She stressed that China does not attach political strings to its assistance to the Pacific Island countries, and that China's policy toward Pacific Island countries is open and inclusive, without targeting any third party or engaging in geopolitical competition or spheres of influence. Mataafa said Samoa hopes to learn from China's experience in achieving modernization, especially in poverty reduction and green development. Thanking China for its long-time valuable assistance to Samoa, Mataafa said Samoa firmly adheres to the One China principle and supports the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative proposed by President Xi. I guess one of those was Lula da Silva, Brazilian president. But I'm cool. I don't care. It's in the benefit of the global South as a whole. Samoa regards China as an important strategic partner and looks forward to taking the opportunity of the 50th anniversary of diplomatic ties next year to further advance bilateral relations, Mataafa said. That was the first source Xinhua news agency. And there's another news here. President Xi meets Li Hsien Li Hsien Loan calling for, I guess this guy is from Singapore, I'm not sure about, or I'm not sure, let's read it. President Xi meets Li Hsien Loan calling for enhanced China-Singapore cooperation. I don't remember what I said. Yeah, I guess it was Singapore. So, you know, I heard that Singapore population, they have Chinese background. What about that? November 26th, I guess today is November 26th. And we have a photograph. Chinese President Xi Jinping on the right meets with Senior Minister of Singapore Li Hsien Loong in Beijing, China, November 26th. Singaporean president looks better than Joe Biden. Joe Biden is is in some degree, Joe Biden is dead now. Some 60%, I guess. Chinese President Xi Jinping met with Senior Minister of Singapore Li Hsien Loong in Beijing on Tuesday, calling for further synergy on development strategies and enhanced cooperation. Commenting the remarkable achievement Singapore made during Li's tenure as Prime Minister, she spoke highly of Li's long-term support for China-Singapore cooperation. The two sides established an all-around high-quality future-oriented partnership last year, setting a strategic course for the development of bilateral ties, she said. Noting that next year will mark the 35th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Singapore, she called on the two countries to strengthen high-level exchanges and deepen cooperation in various fields so as to deliver more benefits to the two peoples and make greater contributions to regional peace and prosperity. As this year marks the 30th anniversary of the Suzhou Industrial Park, she said that the park has set a good example of cooperation between the two countries and is also an important witness to Singapore's deep involvement in China's reform and opening up. China will always focus on running its own affairs well, and it's confident in maintaining long-term economic growth and achieving high-quality development, he said, welcoming Singapore to continue to be a pioneer in cooperation with China. He called for making good use of the platform of bilateral cooperation mechanism, meetings, operating major cooperation projects at a high level, and seizing the opportunities of digital and green development to continue to write a new chapter in China-Singapore cooperation in the new era. Emphasizing the importance of upholding solidarity, cooperation, openness, and inclusiveness, he said China stands ready to work with Singapore to practice true multilateralism, safeguard global fairness and justice, resist group antagonism, division, and confrontation, and build an Asian community with a shared future. There's a photograph here. It's funny because they always say the same thing, and Singapore adheres to the One China principle policy and stuff. Well, the photograph says Chinese President Xi Jinping meets with Senior Minister of Singapore Li Hsien Loong in Beijing, China, November 26, 2024. Hailing to strengthen Singapore-China relations, Li said the park has become a successful practice and a golden brand of high-quality cooperation between the two countries. It has also demonstrated China's continuous reform and opening up to the world. Singapore is full of confidence in China's future and believes that China will maintain prosperity and make greater contributions to world peace and development, Lee said, adding that his country will continue to be committed to deepening cooperation with China. He also called for upholding true multilateralism and staying committed to unity and cooperation to jointly respond to risks and challenges and better benefit the people. The two sides also exchanged views on China-US ties, regional situations, and other major issues of common concern, with input from Xinhua news agency. And there's news from Israel-Lebanon ceasefire deal is close, say both sides. Oh, is this peace? I will watch this tomorrow, I guess. So there's a news about technology. Huawei launches Mate 70 phone series. Huawei launches Mate 70 phone series with Android rival Harmonious next. What? Huawei is the real deal. November 26th. I want to know details, but I guess unfortunately nobody will know details about Huawei's microchips. I guess it's all Chinese development, people complain about China, but there's most of people in the whole world, like most people, like all Latin people, they are unable to steal the technology. Understand? They have to get technology. Well, the United States is saying China steal technology. What I'm saying is Latins, they are not able to steal technology because they are so dumb. They cannot understand. So we have a photograph. So I was talking about the merit of China, China steal technology. Well, they are super smart people, you have to pay an eye to them because they are super smart. Huawei introduces its Mate 70 Pro smartphone, South China's Guangdong province, November 26. Chinese phone maker Huawei unveiled its latest flagship smartphone series, the Mate 70, on Tuesday. The phone's pre-installed with the company's own Harmonious Next operating system (OS) that is no longer compatible with Android apps, carry many people's hopes for a groundbreaking change in the smartphone market. I have a Xiaomi Redmi. For me, it's absolutely normal. I use the Android. I use it like an Android. I installed apps from I don't remember now. From the regular place, Android install Play Store, yeah. But I know that with a Huawei cell phone, you cannot. This is not a normal cell phone, understand? At the launch event in South China's Shenzhen, Yu Shengdong, head of Huawei's consumer business, told the audience that the only phone that can be better than a Mate is a new Mate. You didn't reveal the system on a chip SoC, the most important chip in a phone of the new series, just like in the previous few launch events. Instead, you emphasized a lot of Mate 70's AI abilities, including photo and video enhancements, recognizing strangers looking at the screen and translating phone calls real time, starting at 5,499 yuan, about $760. The new series has attracted over 3 million pre-orders on the company's online store. A new wallet garden. A Huawei Mate 70 Pro smartphone. Another important change from the Mate 60 series is the OS. The Mate 17 no longer support Android apps, as it is packed with the self-developed Harmony OS Next, creating a new mobile app ecosystem apart from Apple, iOS, and Android. I guess this is a bad detail, a pretty bad news, because it's hard to install things.